Welcome to Rocket News.
I am Matt.
And I am Collin. And it was a very impressive week last week for Neenah Athletics. Christina Price and Kiki Riscard won state. Football qualified for playoffs. The girls volleyball team got the #1 seed, and boys cross country won conference, and girls took second. So as I just mentioned, the Price-Riscard duo took home the individual state title, which is very impressive. Congratulations, ladies. And team state will be this Saturday. Hopefully we can take home the first for a second year in a row.
It is playoff season for fall sports in the WIAA, where boys become men and girls become women. Boys soccer starts off playoffs with the regionals on Thursday at home versus Germantown at 4.
And the girls volleyball team finished off the regular season on a win last week, and they will host the regional final on Saturday in the Ref, the Ron Einerson Fieldhouse, at 7.
Girls swimming and diving has a meet on Tuesday at home versus Fondy at 5:30.
And as I mentioned, boys cross country took home a conference championship last week, spearheaded by Matt Mikey, who personally won conference and then headed over to help the soccer game and help them win. 2-sport full athlete. That's pretty sweet.
Dang.
And the girls unfortunately took second. I heard that there were some troubles with the courses and that they had like 4 runners get past in the very end, which is unfortunate. But good thing is sectionals will be in Winneconne at the Lake Breeze Golf Course on Friday, so both teams should be able to move on through that, hopefully.
Mother Nature's a cruel mistress. I guess the girls team learned that the hard way. Football secured the #5 seed in the playoffs, and they will play in the Banta Bowl on Friday versus A West, which will be pretty cool. Game is at 7 at always, so come out. Good playoff atmosphere. Support the Ricketts.
Banta Bowl is where Lawrence plays.
It's in Appleton somewhere.
Yeah, it's by Appleton West.
You'll know because the ground
like,
sinks and there's a stadium there.
It's like a bowl kind of.
Yeah,
that's why they call it the Banta Bowl. Yeah, and of course the Rockets. Shout out to them for winning the homecoming game on Friday. Even though it took longer than
3 hours and 12 minutes. I was playing and I got
100 years more. It took more than 100 years. And other shout-outs.
Shout out to the entire school for homecoming last week, because that was a pretty good week, all in all,
So thank you everyone that participated, helped us raise money for the Orbit. We don't have a total on how much we raised, but if we get one, we will make sure you guys are the first to hear. And also a shout out to Ryan Reckley for being named a National Merit semifinalist, which is a huge honor. I think there's only like 30,000 kids in the entire nation that get that, so good job, Ryan.
Segment. Alright, here we are with Mr. Bubholtz, here to inform us about the safety drill on Tuesday, and I'm sure the students will take it with the utmost seriousness, as they always do.
Every time.
This is our Rockets in the Street also for the week.
One thing I love to do is prop doors open.
That's shocking. Boy, I didn't expect that, Matt, because that is obviously something we never want to do. Mostly because we know that perpetrators of school violence incidents usually study the building for weeks, sometimes months before they make it happen. So, Matt, you're putting us in great peril.
Whoops. Noted. If I saw someone like kind of shady looking in the hallway, the natural response would be like to jump him. Is that encouraged or like
get my friends and attack?
Come at him like a killer clown?
Hit first kind of thing, right? No, you want to hit first?
Yeah. Well, shin kick usually is the most appropriate way to approach those situations. Yeah, if they look like Mr. O'Neill, I'd take them down. But actually, what we'd love for you to do is. If you do see a stranger in the hallway, someone who's not wearing a guest badge or someone who's not wearing a Neenah Joint School District badge, the most appropriate way to approach them would be to say, "Oh, excuse me, are you looking for something?" That way they know that we are on the lookout around here for shady people. And if that doesn't work, then shin kick.
Alright. Or if they're extremely shady, you can tell a trusted adult.
You could also do that too.
Teacher.
Are you trained in school safety?
A little bit.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, excellent.
What was the third thing?
Thinking on your feet.
Thinking on your feet. Oh, one thing I like to do is think on my feet, which you just told me to say, so not really, but
yeah. So we're gonna have the drill. You didn't ask me a question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway.
All right, go ahead.
So one thing with the drill is we don't want it to become like a fire drill. In the event of a school safety incident, you're going to be asked to think on your feet. And so as you go through these drills, be sure to consider a variety of places you might go to find safety. And I'm sure your teachers have talked to you about that. So yeah, that's a really important part of all of our safety drills.
Let me just say for the record, people always said for fire drills, yeah, well, I've done fire drills for like 12 years now. There's not been a fire. There was a fire twice this year, so just when you think there can't be a school intruder, there can be. So a little food for thought,
Great points to make, man. And I'm glad you ended that with that very cogent point.
So you heard it here from the Neenah High School Security Council.
I guess we are that now.
Other thing also, we want to wish Delaney Dersh, our wonderful camera girl, a happy birthday. She turned 18 on Sunday.
Rockets, be amazing.